He took the picture pointing the camera at a mirror with his wife at his side. That's Tanya Clark in 1972 with the love of her life, Alan, her husband, her soulmate, her everything.
Just didn't want him to go, like all the other wives. But assumed he would come back.
Alan took this picture just one day before he went to Vietnam. Lieutenant Alan Clark, A6 navigator, based out of Whidbey Island Naval Air Station. Before it was all over, he would make history. His shipmate would write about him.
I felt the tears pour down my cheeks. For once, I didn't want to.
His soulmate would be haunted by the question, what if? What if the war had ended just 2 weeks earlier? So you didn't have a partner in life, did you? January 10th, 1973, Clark's plane shot down, the last Navy plane shot down in the war. Pilot Jim Horsley, Alan's shipmate, searched for the two Navy flyers.
The oxygen mask is on, the visor's down, it's a dark visor, my navigator's in the right seat, and I'm sobbing tears.
They found nothing. 2 weeks later, the Vietnam War ended. Troops started coming home.
I remember when the guys came back, it was so hard to see them flying in. And they had the missing man formation. And that was just so difficult.
For the next 31 years,
And this is a picture of Alan, and this is when he was an ensign.
navigator Alan Clark and his pilot remained
And
missing.
you can see how he aged in just a year's time. When you go to war, it's a hard thing.
A hard thing leaving your wife, your pregnant wife, to go to war. Tad Clark was just 2 months and 10 days old when his father was killed in Vietnam. But I mean, he never got to see his son.
Never got to hold him and see him. Mm-mm. No. I'm so happy about having a son. I can't believe it. I was so happy this morning, I even shed a few tears.
Tanya treasures
How
this
is your
letter
baby
from her
doing?
husband.
Who do you think he looks like? Does he have hair? And all these cute little questions. Does he have a receding
Tad
hairline?
never met his father, but he would do something that would have made him proud. He followed in his footsteps. Tad Clark is an Air Force captain stationed in Germany.
He just wanted to be a fighter pilot all of his life.
And he is.
And he is. Yeah.
Tad Clark is 31 years old. It's how long his dad's been missing. Tanya has spent all these years living a quiet life in Linwood. She's a piano teacher now. Tanya always had faith that one day the military would find Alan. And they did. Alan Clark's remains were finally found and identified through DNA. Last month, his shipmates and family helped bury Navy Lieutenant Alan Clark, the recipient of the Purple Heart, at Arlington National Cemetery.
And you just can't help but be grateful and just say, oh God, you are so good. This is so amazing. It's just amazing.
Tanya's soulmate, her best friend, her everything, is home.
The tears will never stop. They can never stop because they're such a part of your life. And they come and go, but you never quit crying.
And Tanya will never stop thinking about the man who took this picture. She'll never stop thinking, what if? John Sharifi, Como 4 News, Linwood.